I'm number one since number two will always have something to prove. My power grows roots every single day while capturing an unshakable belief in myself. Let's get to work. I cannot even describe it unless I share it so you can learn to experience this for yourself. If you struggle with self-worth, or just really intense internal critics that have been developed inside of your mind unknowingly in your subconscious, that you that's how you see yourself, which causes image distortion, and for you to not see things clearly in the mirror. And sometimes in mirrors are intentionally made to distort your image. So you buy into, ooh, I need to get this done. Ooh, I really do. Ooh, look at this. Or like some are designed to like zoom in on your face that, you see things that aren't there, visible to the naked eye. I've been told a lot that not that I take bad pictures, but I look much better in person. And that just kind of tells me that, the camera and the mirrors can't capture your beauty. You just have to, it's your existence, what you breathe life into. And today's all about self-love. That's what Valentine's Day is to me, just an extra day to show yourself love. It doesn't matter about having a partner, it's just love. I want to just be able to offer love and be a place of love each day. So that's what I was created to be. Love. It makes me feel alive. So that's what I gotta do and be, is love as much as possible through all the storms. If you're willing to abandon your principles based on convenience or emotion, then it's simply your costume. Remain true to yourself through all the storms. I don't have a beginning or an ending, so I stay flowing. Flowing with love. Pour so much love into yourself, you don't settle for scraps. Nature is so strong, it grows through concrete. We are nature. I'm going to dive into some self-love and just sharing some of my battles with self-image and how it's taken me a long time and a lot of trials and tribulations to get this love this newfound love I have for myself again. Like, I remember getting it and I kept losing it, and I kept stepping, survival mode would hijack everything. And like I said, there's so much tied into survival mode, and part of it is your internal harsh critics that are other people that you took on from childhood. Just obviously the environment you are around wires you on top of yourself. So there's it makes sense, from kids you aren't really allowed to have a voice. You're just supposed to do as you're told. And then it becomes you. Without you even probably realizing it too. You really have to sit down with yourself and really say to yourself and really look like, is what I'm saying and I'm doing this what part of self-reflection is? Is this who I want to be? Is this how I want to sound? Probably not. Especially people who have lived in survival mode. You really have to do a lot of self-reflection. And when you're reflecting, try to reflect on your actions, not the other person. So you don't, even if it is hurtful, like I said, all we can control is our reactions. You don't want to be reactive to everything. You want to be a safe place. Because you have created that sanctuary within yourself. You can bring that out into your nervous system to, over time, grow your roots of strength. To not be so reactive and become an observer and a self-analyzer. When all those thoughts are circulating around, like I said, each time you sit with yourself, each time you dive into who you are and each piece, and it's not necessarily questioning yourself, it's inquiring with yourself. That's how you expand. Like I said, every little thing is connected. And it's really beautiful once you really start opening your awareness, and so love and all of that can flow through there. And it's just an automatic process. Anyway, I didn't claw and crawl my way out of the pits of hell just to care what anyone thinks of me. I will leave them where they need to grow at. Please let them be delayed and keep shining. All the chips on my shoulder have turned into flying fucks of confidence. This is my world. Critics only have power by your reactions that can only exist if you breathe life into their words. Don't let their poisonous mentality make a home inside of you. Don't correct an enemy when making a mistake. Just let them set your value low when you know who you are. You will always know your roots. Like I said, follow that spirit. It's calling you. It's calling you right now. Just want to kind of talk about battle of my self-image and twisted sense of loyalty. Again, I'm going to just say it because I'm very clear with my intention. This is not like oh, poor me, I was the ugly duckling child picked on, because I was. I'm thankful I wasn't considered the pretty girl with the perfect body, because I wouldn't have this brain, I wouldn't have this mind, I wouldn't have just everything that I am, outside of a body. And my body has been through so much. Like at one point I was almost 400 pounds. It was like 360-ish pounds. And I lost 130 of it. And slowly but surely. And, I didn't want to lose too much because I didn't want a lot of loose skin. But I wanted to be just healthier looking, and like I said, I didn't understand nutrition like I did. I wasn't until these tragic accidents happened and I started losing pieces of myself. And, I'm like studying myself as I'm still healing years later. But I have been altered. I was picked on by pretty much everybody. especially growing up, everybody went out of their way to pick on me. Even bigger people would make fun of me for being bigger. It's just a lot of weird stuff. Like, I'm not even kidding you, this town I lived in, everybody picked on me, even people who I thought were my friends. Like, they were mean to me, and I just developed this really twisted sense of loyalty that, I'm like, damn, I don't want to deal with people. Like, I didn't want friends. I stopped caring about all that because I'm like, if I have to go through all this bullshit with people, I don't like. I feel like everybody that I thought was my friend was just secretly mean to me. I was always too much. Or like, if I didn't do every little thing that they said and jump through all these hoops and clean their room, or do this, they wouldn't be my friend. They wouldn't speak to me at school. It's like, it was just weird. Like I said, at home, it was already some weird stuff I've kind of spoken on. Like one time I woke up, I was taking a nap, and I woke up to my brother holding me down, and he had captured a snake and a couple frogs from the backyard and was letting them like crawl in my bed. That's how I woke up. 2 frogs and a snake, garter snake. He just did like mean things like that. Like, I never got to rest. And I just got to the point where being alone was my best friend. Because I didn't have to hear I was fat. I didn't have to hear Jelly Roll, hear fat jokes about pigs and, just all these mean things. Like I said, I'd be minding my own business and people would just come fucking with me. And so, yeah, I did create like a chip on my shoulder. But now it's like, you said, like, it doesn't even penetrate my chest, my heart, anything. There's this invisible force field of love for myself because of all of the things, like the struggles, my spine getting stabbed by a needle and telling me it's going to heal, and I know that shit didn't heal. I know it developed into a bulging disc, and that messed up my right leg, a few years ago, and I've just been dealing with all these medical nerve issues just walking around. I mean, I'm walking around with my leg being held together by titanium plate screws and pins. That's still a broken leg. It's a crushed leg. I'm walking on a crushed leg. Like, it's like I wake up every day and just do it. I can't sit down. My spine's messed up. My nerves, I don't know. I'm very excited at the end of the month. I just want some answers on what's going on with me, so I know what I'm looking at. Like I said, in 2019, a car pulled out in front of me. I lost my right side of my pelvis. I just figured out where is my plate and screw in my pelvis. I didn't even realize that. I've been stuck in my head so much, still trying to process losing out on 16 weeks of work, being in debt. I was set to move out right before this happened. I was set to move out. I was looking for a place for me and my daughter at the time. I just had my daughter. I was buying things for the new gig because I just knew it was coming. I was ready to make that move, and then boom, I got in an accident. I was out of work for 16 weeks. Medical debt that I didn't even cause. Because she didn't have insurance. She lied. Why are you driving? My thing is, I understand insurance and stuff is expensive, but why are you driving like you have $1 million coverage cutting cars off if you don't have insurance? I feel like the law should be changed that if you cause an accident and that person you can remove their ability to work outside of insurance, you are now providing financial support for someone you caused she caused a permanent injury. I didn't get shit for that. You think I got anything? No, I got diminished and thrown and tossed to the side. That, like I said, medical debt for that. They're never gonna see a penny from me unless I get rich. Like, I don't have it. I didn't do it. So yeah, I kind of and having to work shit jobs because I got a felony pretty early on. I was like, what, 20, I don't remember exactly how old I was. 20-ish. Because my dad called the authorities and told him I stole the car. I just was going to bring it back late, a couple days late. That's all. Had an agreement. But I wanted to do something else, and I didn't really think they would report it stolen. And they did, and I got arrested 6 months after I tried to turn myself in and got a felony. And yeah, so I accept shit jobs for, I did my best to. It's not that easy. People think it's that easy. No, it's like once you get hit with that felony, regardless if you get sentenced or not, that's 10 years off your life of what you think I'm. I worked the 60, 70 hours a week on my, like I said, I had spinal issues. I had, then my accident, I'm dragging my leg around since 2019, and then boom, 2022, my legs crushed from below my knee down. Most of my leg down. Both bones. Right at the tibia plateau fracture. Plus a lot more like yeah. 9 screws. I don't know how many pins or plates. At least 3 plates. And I'm not giving up. But I'm just saying, like, my legs were my favorite part of my body. And I had to drill 4 holes in my legs. So I got 4 drill hole scars. I have I have a scar down the left side of my leg. My nerves in my leg are fucked up. Not even gonna lie. Sometimes I can feel my leg. I'm never gonna have full feeling of my leg back. They're forever messed up. I don't even want to say forever, because I still believe in the power of regeneration in the body. And so like I said, there's just a lot of different things. I had to re-accept myself so many times. I didn't touch the right part. Like, I washed it, but I never really rubbed myself. I never really touched myself after my accident. I used to do that all the time. And I just now started doing that. My muscle is growing back in my butt on the right side. Like, I had a huge chunk missing, and I hated it. Like I said, I looked through myself through the lens of society, and it was like, I mean, of course, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody, I don't care what anybody says, they want to be loved by somebody. And so, I was, I'm like, no man's gonna want me. I don't have a big round. I have chunks of myself missing. I've got nerve damage, but I still move around. I was still out here like you wouldn't be able to tell unless we talked. Or you were one of my customers where I worked. And so, like I said, it's been hard. But now I look at myself in the mirror. I used to felt disgusting, and I used to just be like, ugh, you're so nasty. Now I look at myself and I'm like, hey, baby, what you doing later? Things like that. I just, like I said, pour so much love into yourself every single day. Like, it's been a struggle. Image distortion is real. I remember I used to always ask people, do you see this on my face? Do you see a bunch of, and they'd be like, no, I don't see what you see. You're so beautiful. And I didn't believe it. But now I'm like, beauty is a state of being. It's your existence. It's how you move. It's how you would, it's just you. But like, I've been in a funk, been feeling sorry for myself, through all this. I mean, it's still traumatic. It's 2024. I'm still trying to process 2022, my accident. That I'm really physically altered in a huge way. And I'm still not going to let that get me down, but I did lose time on my exercises and stuff because it seems like I'm just so nervous to re-injure my leg, afraid it's going to like snap back in pieces at any second. And I'm going to lose my ability to walk forever if I do too much. And I'm the sole provider for 2 children. I can't even barely, like, all the energy that I have, I want to use on my kids, it's going to take everything in me. Then I still have to come home and, my son is autistic. He's severely autistic, nonverbal. I want my kids to be my priority. I didn't become disabled for something I did. Once again, I got diminished. I have a permanent injury. Completely removed my ability to work for going on 2 years. It'll be 2 years, April 4th. Never forget it. Never forget how much pain I was in. They gave me so much pain medicine at first that it did nothing. It was doing nothing for me. I'll never forget laying in bed while the pain was struggling, being managed for months. It is still some days not manageable. I can't even describe the amount of pain. Every time I look at it, I remember I'm trying to not look at myself and only think about the pain. I'm trying to look at myself and be like, you are so beautiful. Look at what you have made it through. Who cares if you have roles? You love yourself. You've made it this far. That's how you talk to yourself every day. Stretch marks, love the stretch marks. It is what it is. This body is strong as hell. But anyway, like I said, I don't exactly know what's going on with my body. I have to get a bunch of tests run, I'm sure, to figure out what's going on with the nerves in my body. And like I said, I've put me into a funk, feeling sorry for myself. But the other day, it was like something, my spirit just swooped in and picked me back up. Through every unknown, I decided to get back up and try doing intense exercises again. I was able to do push-ups last night, then thought to myself, do arm circles and stretches afterwards. I woke up today being able to use my left arm when usually the nerves make it so hard to move it. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, yet it still isn't enough to give up. Do you know why? I want healthy weight distribution more than I want to be comfortable. My faith in the power of the body to regenerate healthy cells in spite of a diagnosis in unknown territory is stronger. Listening to my body telling me what it needs to do is how I'm a weapon formed against obstacles that prospers. And you are too. Usually, an internal harsh critic would shame me for missing time resting when I should have been pushing myself. You swipe harsh critics in your mind away and in real life. Listen to your body signaling you. Don't lose faith in yourself if you believe nothing else. It's really all inside of you. Let purpose be your drive forward. You can only win from there. And before I go, once again, in order to get where you're going, you must find joy in the life you're living right now. But, well, that's all I've got for tonight. Ramblings of a catastrophic mind. Chaotic, scattered, yet brilliant mind. Good night. Till next time.